They go where others fear to tread. They face danger each day. They sacrifice everything for the good of their families, their communities, and their country. They are the backbone of civilization, the ones who build the foundations of our world. Yet their names rarely make the headlines. They don't march into battle, they don't receive medals, there are no statues in their honour, but they do stand on the front lines of progress. These are the men and women of the demolition and construction industry. For generations, they've shaped our cities, our infrastructure, and our way of life. Roads and bridges, homes and skyscrapers, tunnels and stadiums. These marvels of engineering exist because of their labour. They rise before the sun and work long after it sets. Their hands are calloused, their backs ache, and yet they press on because without them, the world stands still. The dangers they face are real. A moment's lapse in concentration can mean the difference between life and death. A miscalculation, a slip, a falling beam, each day is a test of skill, discipline, and awareness. The weight of responsibility they carry is immense, knowing that one mistake could have catastrophic consequences. They work under strict safety regulations, but the reality is that their job will always carry risks. And yet they return to the job site day after day because they know the importance of what they do. This isn't just a profession, it's a calling. They are the unseen warriors of industry, clad not in armour, but in flimsy high visibility vests, hard hats, and steel toed boots. Their battlegrounds are high above the city skyline on scaffolds that sway imperceptibly in the wind, deep below the earth in tunnels carved through rock, and within the controlled chaos of demolition sites. They operate machines so massive that they shake the ground beneath them, yet their touch is delicate. They maneuver 100-ton excavators with the same finesse that a surgeon wields a scalpel. They don't seek glory, nor do they ask for recognition. But when disaster strikes, when nature unleashes its fury in the form of earthquakes, hurricanes, or floods, they are the first to step forward. They clear the rubble, they rebuild what was lost, and they restore hope to communities devastated by tragedy. It's their hands that pick up the pieces and lay the foundations for a new beginning. Their work is grueling. It demands not only physical strength, but also mental resilience. They endure extreme conditions, scorching heat, freezing cold, torrential rain, because the job must be done. They work through holidays and weekends, sacrificing time with their families so others can enjoy the comfort of their homes, the convenience of modern infrastructure, and the safety of well built structures. Those sacrifices often go unnoticed, but without them, the world would crumble, literally and figuratively. And yet, despite their contributions, they're often overlooked. The gleaming glass towers of a city skyline are admired, but few consider the hands that built them. The roads we drive on, the bridges we cross, the tunnels we pass through, all taken for granted. Theirs is a quiet heroism, a dedication that doesn't seek applause, but deserves it nonetheless. Each year, tragically, some do not return home. Their names don't fill the newspapers, but their loss is felt deeply by those who knew them, their colleagues, their friends, and their families. They understand the cost of this work, and yet new workers step forward, ready to take up the mantle, ready to build, to demolish, to create something new. It's easy to overlook them because their work blends seamlessly into our lives. A newly paved road, a freshly constructed building, a perfectly placed foundation. But just because something is taken for granted doesn't mean it is not extraordinary. The precision, the endurance, the unwavering commitment, it all goes unseen. Yet it is the reason we move forward as a society. Consider the delicate dance of a demolition team bringing down an old building in the heart of a bustling city, ensuring every fragment of steel and concrete lands exactly where it should. Think of the ironworkers working hundreds of feet above the ground with nothing but the sky behind them. Picture the underground crews tunneling through unforgiving rock, carving paths that will one day carry millions of people to work, to school, and home to their loved ones. And what about the veterans of the trade? Those who have given decades of their lives to construction, whose bodies bear the marks of years spent under hard hats and heavy loads. They've seen skylines rise, neighborhoods transform, and industries evolve. Some retire, their work now a part of history, their legacy written in steel and stone. Others keep going, driven not by the paycheck, but by the deep sense of purpose their work provides. They're mentors, passing on their knowledge to the next generation, ensuring that the skills and traditions of the trade are not lost in the relentless march of time. Yet, for all their toil, how often do we stop to acknowledge them? How often do we recognise the labourers who lay the asphalt on our roads, the crane operators who lift entire sections of buildings into place, the demolition crews who clear the way for something new? They don't ask for gratitude, but they've certainly earned it. They deserve more than a fleeting nod of appreciation. They deserve respect, recognition, and an understanding of just how vital their work is to the fabric of our world. So, let's take a moment to recognise them. Let's honour their skill, their dedication, and their resilience. Let's acknowledge the sacrifices they make and the risks they take, because without them, we'd have no homes, no roads, no cities. Without them, progress would halt and civilization itself would falter. They are the unsung heroes of our time, and they deserve our utmost respect.